Now, just looking at it,
Yeah.
that unlawful activity of your way of doing things,
Yes.
mhm, and all the proceeds of it were in violation of laws.
Yes.
Now, I just wanted to remind you,
Yes.
I went to jail because of your payroll.
Yes.
You sent all my court notices to 1023 Kitchen Dick Road.
Yes.
And for some reason, I didn't get any court notices
Mm-hmm.
since you issued the dissolution of marriage
Mm-hmm.
when my driver's license expired.
Yeah.
And then Mike didn't get paid for all of this. No, mm-mm. Mike didn't receive any money for any shows.
Yes.
Mike didn't commit any unlawful activity. You didn't use any charity. And then this criminal complaint,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
State of Washington,
Yes.
hmm or should I say territory of Washington,
Yes.
versus Paul Chad Budnick, the defendant,
Yes.
where you said I was cyber stalking in Brennan, Washington on June 16th of 2017.
Yeah.
And that I was in Brennan, Washington, and somebody else was involved in the moral turpitude.
Yes.
And you use the prosecuting attorney's office to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I asked you to tell me what it was about because I had no mailing address, yes, you arrested me for failure to appear. You transported me across county lines.
Yes.
And then you thought I didn't know what you were doing. Ooh, because I was homeless.
Yes.
You know, it's not the number of homeless people or the thought of using the homeless because they're so cheap.
Yes.
It's the idea that my homelessness is keeping you from being prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thought was if I never get an attorney,
Yes.
we don't ever have to enforce the laws.
Yes.
And we can keep paying and keep paying.
Yes.
And no matter what happens, we're going to keep paying, keep paying. We're just going to keep believing that the funds were the proceeds of the unlawful activity. They were intended to continue the promoting of the unlawful activity
Yes.
of causing pain and suffering to myself and my family
Right.
because you were going to keep getting paid because you're rich.
Oh.
Isn't that right? You have millions available, millions. You have millions.
Yes.
Yeah. I sit here with nothing,
Mm-hmm.
documenting crimes,
Yes.
and you sit there every day saying I'm rich.
Yes.
Why are you rich?
Mm-hmm.
Because of you or me? See, if there was no show because, how would you get paid? If I were dead
Mm-hmm.
at this very moment,
Yes.
how would you get paid? Now, does that cause you some? If I wasn't here,
Mm-hmm.
if I was in a hotel,
Yes.
if I was in another nation,
Yes.
I was living there with my five sons,
Yes.
Marilyn and her kids,
Yes.
and quite possibly some volunteers.
Right.
How would you get paid to make the show? See, you continue to have reckless disregard of the source of the funds.
Yeah.
Number three here, is subsection
Yeah.
A. A2 applies in subsection B1 and B2.
Yeah.
Now, let me see. I don't know if I can see it or not. No, maybe. Well, you can actually find it.
Yeah.
Do not apply. The defendant did not act with reckless disregard of the source of funds.
Yes.
But if the funds were the proceeds of lawful activity and the funds were to be used for lawful purposes, decrease the offense to level 6.
Yes.
Now, there are those that did act with reckless disregard.
Yeah.
You don't know how they got the money.
Yeah.
You don't know how they got the money.
Yes.
You have no idea how that money got there. Oh, I didn't cry, Uncle. My Uncle Wayne says that I'm going to the homeless shelter.
Yes.
I'm going to get kicked out at any day.
Yes.
This is my last night to be able to sleep where I've been residing.
Yes. It does.
And I'm going to go back to the homeless shelter right now. Isn't that right? See, you did act with reckless disregard, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You did understand the source of the funds was there to support the payroll. Yes. Of terrorism, torture, torment. Yes. You did.